Good morning, guys and girls. Right, welcome in to this European session. Friday morning, a bit of an odd timing. Had a few things on yesterday, so couldn't quite fit alive in the last couple of days. But thought we'd do one today to see if we can find some positives out of what is going on in the markets, if we can together. So yeah, I was around in the TRDR Discord yesterday, chatting with the lads whenever I could, pulling up a few charts and stuff, and we'll go through a few things that we have been seeing. Right, so welcome in to the TRDR console. If you're unfamiliar with this platform, where have you been for the last couple of years, few years now, go grab a link from below for a free trial. Best crypto data in the market. If you are familiar with the platform and you've been struggling, or if you're not familiar and you've been struggling anyway, go and check out our academy. All right, guys, go and check out the academy. Lots of free stuff in here and some more in-depth strategy building and trading course here from the team and myself. Go and check that out. All right, guys. Right, let's what are we all thinking this morning? Have you all meditated? Have you all had a good sleep? Have you been meditating, praying to the crypto gods? Let's dive in and have a look. Go grab yourself a coffee. Go roll yourself a big smoke. No, don't do that. I'm only joking. Go get a nice matcha tea, and we'll review some data. All right, guys, let's dive in. Drop in the comments if there's anything I need to look at in particular. But we're just gonna take like a fresh pair of eyes on the data as we all wake up. I've been up a while, but seeing this decimation in the market. Let's go. So Rude Soup's in. Good calls from Rude in the Discord last couple of days. Very cautious, looking for 56k. Rude was looking 56k. I didn't think we'd get there in one clip, but here we are. Funnily enough, Asian session doing quite a bit of selling, wasn't it? Ali's in. Yo. Water slide market mode when splash. yeah. And Free the World is back in. You need to free up some capital and bid this market for us, really. Second, yeah, it's actually in the UK, nice sunny day, so I'm in quite good spirits. No day trading for the last week or so, I have to be honest. We're saying that to the guys in the Discord. No real day trading, no leverage on. I just don't think there's been real edge there at the minute. Long side anyway. If you guys are scalping shorts or anything, you've certainly been rewarded. All right, so let's go and have a look. Got the multiverse chart open as usual. Bid is really getting stretched on all assets, even Sol. I didn't really want to see Sol back down here, but here we are. Another breakdown of the trend line, finding some bid. We're seeing if the dog's hat would stay on. It's not. It's fucking blown right off. Excuse my language. I do tend to swear a little bit. I won't apologise again for it because the market is looking shocking. Bitcoin. Let's zoom into big boy. Let BTC finish last leg towards 48, then we'll have a green days at least for alts perspective. Yep, you could be certainly right there. I'm not going to certainly at this stage in the market with certain levels getting decimated. I'm in no frame of mind to throw targets out there now. The areas that I was looking at have been invalidated, so it's kind of risk off mode. I certainly still think if you're in spot in these areas, you're absolutely fine. We're saying that to the guys in the Discord yesterday, but seeing no edge in leverage longs for me personally. Like the guys on CT crypto twatter like to say, go and touch grass, or just wait wait for that opportunity. I certainly think it is coming. Quick look at where we've come from, and it has to be from the God market, which is Binance perps traders, okay? If you didn't join us on the Discord on Tuesday when we were here, I wish you did, because despite running down into some lows, we're obviously at 62k at this point. This was not nice to see, and we highlighted that. Mr. Monkey shared with us a very nice chart in the chat at the time as well, historically showing what can happen in these kind of supply zones. So thank you for that, Mr. Monkey. Go follow him on Twitter as well, Mr. Monkey TRDR. He was posting that all over Twitter as well, highlighted it to me. But yeah, waking up at the beginning of the week from a bounce, which I did like the initial bounce, okay? Let's just quickly review where we've come from, then we'll move on and try and find some positives in the data here. If you did join us on the live Tuesday, we really didn't like this. It is not something you want to see from the big boys and girls at Binance Futures, this red cloud of death hanging over a small bounce in price, all right? When these guys get involved, you need to pay attention. It's that old meme of sitting up in your chair, right, shit, I need to pay attention now. And that's what basically I highlighted myself at the beginning of the week on Twitter. It's time to fucking lock in this week because it could be a volatile week. Did I expect these kind of lows? No, I have to be absolutely honest. No, I didn't. I would have preferred a little bit higher up to have held with nice demand and then rotate back up from there and kind of hold those old 4-hour ranges. But here we are, all right? So here we are. What I'll do quickly is we've seen where we've come from. We know where we've come from higher anyway, don't we? If you followed us for the last couple of weeks, we all risked off / hedged short positions up at 72. I'm not going to go over that area again. This was nasty, Monday, Tuesday, very, very nasty area from perps, defending that 63, 64k level. And here we are, right? Before I dive into some data from the order book now and search out some positives, should we have a quick look in trading view at some higher time frame crystal ball levels? Let's do that quickly. So the 1 hour is fucked, full stop. May as well just end the stream here and we'll all go to the pub and watch the Euros over the weekend and come back next week. Should we just finish the stream now? Right, the 1 hour is fucked. This is a point where we bounced up. We bounced up here. I'm only on trading view because I've just got different time frames open, a little easier just to flick through different time frames. This was where we bounced up, and the monthly open is right up here. But this area was where we were on Tuesday, basically, and where we hit all that perp supply. So it was the first time in a long while you were looking at a market structure change on the 1 hour. So lower time frame for me, certainly. I don't tend to trade 5 minute, 15 minute kind of time frames now. I look at them. I look at lower time frames for execution with TRDR, but I tend to only drop down to a 1 hour time frame on classic charts. Anyway, I digress. Here we are. So we were looking for a bit of a market structure change here, but this is where all those offers from perps were basically saying, yeah, forget about it. Forget about it. You're going back down. Okay, so nasty. Deviation up, a little market structure change. No, get back down. Okay, I'm just going to go to higher time frame then quickly. So here's your weekly 21, absolutely fucked, well below there now. You can say, let's just say weekly 21 is at 61k. Okay, so any grind of bid out here, it's now a long way off that. Obviously 61 is quite a way off. Okay, but you want to be going back up and reclaiming that, to be honest, on higher time frames. Yeah, on higher time frames. So deviating well below a lot of my, higher time frame demand levels that I'm kind of just marking out roughly there. All right, daily. Let's go to daily chart. 74 days out from The Bitcoin halving. The Bitcoin halving. Another thing I've just... Did Michael Saylor buy the local top-up here as well? Again, what an absolute... anyway, I'm moving on. Right, so daily, we are now breaking some daily structures, aren't we? It can be said. So when we were back here, okay, so end of June... You would have still said, and I'm not going to sound bearish that this is going loads lower, because if you look at the order flow, it's not suggestive of that. But I just want to point out the obvious, yeah? So back here, 59, 60k, looked okay. You are now putting in a fat deviation, and I hope it's a deviation on the daily charts, aren't we? Okay, so you're now putting in lower lows on the daily chart, okay? Lower low on the daily chart. You need this to be a good deviation and rotate back up. I've got a little bit of a fib time coming here, middle of July. Same on the weekly, actually, middle of July, which I'm looking for reversal points there. I'm not going to go too much into fib times. I'm absolutely no expert, but I do like to put a little bit of emphasis on keeping an eye on what goes on those fib times. So I wasn't expecting too much until the start of July, towards the middle of July anyway. So to get this deviation down, grind this area, and then maybe you get a little bit of boring PA, and you know, even for the next week or so, we'll have to see. Are you not a fan of Saylor, Serkan? Are you not a fan, sir? He openly said the other day, actually, or the other week on online, I can't remember who was interviewing me, he said, I'm absolutely shit at time in the market. I don't know why he hasn't just got a you only need a half decent trader to get his entries a little bit better. Anyway, right, 4 hour chart is fucked. 4 hour fib time coming in 11th of July, okay? So I've got a lot of fib times going on around these times. I'm not going to zoom in anymore because a lot of structures have been broken on this higher time frame 4 hour range that I have liked for a while. This was the last area I really liked. That's been invalidated now. We now have to review what is going on. Just of note, if someone's a little bit of a data nerd like myself, you've got a monthly NPOC down at 51k. Also, just to bear in mind, when the ETH, I got this off Tyler Durden actually on Twitter, when the ETH, not the ETH, the BTC ETF got launched, that was around this area here, okay? So the BTC ETF got launched, we got an absolute mega drop, scam all the bears, and then run it up for the next 3-4 months there, okay? So that is coming in around 47k. I'm not saying we're going to go there. I just want to point out it's a nice level to have in mind. But yeah, 4 hours fucked, no edge there whatsoever. 1 hour's fucked, there's no edge there whatsoever. So we need to drop. We need to drop to the lower time frames, don't we? We need to drop to the order flow, okay, and see what's going on. So here we are, right? So we're getting a little bounce now. Not surprised, but nothing I would day trade, to be honest. I'm going to start on Binance. So here we are. So something of note that I pointed out yesterday, we are coming down and hitting that golden mark that we do like now in the console with this data, which is that $1 billion bid. Okay, so we're hitting $1 billion bid, aggregated bid from spot and perps. Nice to see it. Thank you very much. Doesn't mean you just 100x long here, but it is nice to see. I think we're okay in this region for spot markets. Bitstamp will probably look a little bit messy, but they want to defend this area. So something of note, and you don't even have to look at the overlays, okay? I'll stick on a 15-minute for the second, is just look at your OBD. You've got triple ratios flicking on and off from Binance, okay? Bitfinex want a bid a tiny bit lower, 2.5 to 5% away. They've got some bid there, double bands, okay, there. So they're bidding it. Nice to see them active. They've not been active for a while. What's the USD doing? Not too much, okay. Bitstamp, soon to be Robinhood Bitstamp, is it? Is it Bitstamp they've bought, I believe? They're bidding this, and this is actually, this here, I'll just go to a 5-minute, is what actually really what you want to see from Binance. You want nice solid top levels in defense, triple bands, which actually you haven't quite got Yeah, I mean this looks good. It looks good. This is why I'm like happy to say spot looks okay, absolutely fine. And I'll go through what I think you could see in the coming weeks or so if you were going to start applying a bit more leverage. But spot is certainly safer here. I said this all day in the Discord yesterday. Spot, fine. Leverage, if you're a leverage gunslinging cowboy, you need to be a bit more cautious, yeah? And Asian guys just sold it off last night. But yeah, BTC Diamond there. But the biggest order blocks, top levels, down at 52.5 and beyond on Binance here. Doesn't mean you're going to get there. Doesn't mean you're going to get there. This could be it, especially with nice thick bid like this. It certainly warrants a little bit of risk. Okay, low margin spot, little bit of risk. I would say while the US guys have been hot on holiday and are all asleep tonight, let's bounce it up, get back over 60k while they're all in bed, so they have to chase price up. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's have a look at a couple of our exchanges. Coinbase Pro, back in the game. Double bid at the minute, double bid, 2.52, 10% away though, so the bid is a little bit away, down to 52k there, so yeah, we'll see, I don't know where it goes from here. We'll have a look at volume and open interest and the stuff as well, but Gemini Twinsies, the Gemini Twinsies, no real edge because they were bidding that 55 level and then we've cut through there. Kraken, 52k from Kraken, biggest order block, and Kraken USDT. They've been filling all the way here, so their spot markets on Kraken are very, very happy to fill this full zone, to be honest. Interesting to see KuCoin, degenerates, absolute degenerates, are bidding this zone. First time they have been active in a long while. All right. So Perps market, I think I posted yesterday, didn't I? I said we're hitting a 900 million bid, billion bid, but Perps traders may be getting a little bit too excited in this zone, and they're certainly getting washed out now. Reason for that, funding's pretty neutral, but it's not gone mega negative, has it? Like you would almost expect from these washouts. So I get the feeling, especially looking at Twitter yesterday, that a lot of maybe leverage was piling back in. How can we see that? Let's have a quick check on volume. Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So retail traders still trying to long this here on leverage, yeah? On leverage. Open interest coming down. Bigger boys not quite interested. This is a zone now where this is what you want to see. So open interest, lower time frame, absolutely nuked. And volume starting to curl up now, so you've probably got more edge in longs here than you did yesterday, to be honest. Because the reason I say that is volume was curling up in this flat low price action area yesterday, but open interest was floating a little bit high yesterday, to be honest. Let me just go to a 15-minute, and then if you go to a 15-minute here, it's the first time in a long while since Perps were selling back there at the beginning of the week. See the volume up here? High open interest. Perps selling. So this was on Tuesday when we were live saying, shit, we don't like that dark cloud of death on the Perps market. This is now the first time I've seen it this week. Friday today, is it? Yeah, Friday. This is the first time this week I've seen volume actually start to look settled with the open interest right down here. I'm not going to concentrate on LS ratio too much at the minute because it's the last piece of the pudding, I would say. LS is almost like the last piece of the recipe to me, to be honest. I'm much more interested in the top levels, so the order blocks, the bid depth, then volume, open interest and the like. Okay, so starting to look good, but all week I've had the hourly open and there's been no edge here whatsoever. It's absolutely got decimated. And if you just see the high open interest as well, where we came from at the beginning of the week. Right, let's have a look. Retail traders are 70% long still, are they really? Yeah, so grinding down. There's something else I want to show you as well, and there's a few other of you guys that might have seen this already from me posting it in the in the Discord. But let's just have a look at liquidity. And what I want to show you is the liquidity yesterday, basically, as so if you remember just a second ago, we looked at that volume where the retail traders were longing. Okay, so spot market was pretty chill. It was grinding down, open interest, highs here, just on this lower time frame. But look at the way the perps order books were filling up and getting real frothy and juicy again yesterday. Okay, not what you want to see. Lower time frame. If you come to a higher time frame, okay, so I'm on a 4 hour. This open interest looks great now, doesn't it? If you're applying some risk, it looks great. Look at it. OSI. So OSI, what am I on about? Open interest, RSI metric, 4 hour absolutely nuked. So if anything, you're probably going to get a little bit of a bounce soon, which you did back there anyway. Last time we hit these lows back there, 56, 57. Yep, granted we got it there, but it did give a bounce. Okay. This zone here. Okay, so just as we're starting to form a range. And last time we hit at such extreme lows on a 4 hour was the summer period last year. So that's good to see. But note the confluence here of what I'll do is let me just draw some lines for you data nerds, if you're a data nerd like myself. Okay, I'm going to draw a line there. You know you've seen me do this before, but I'm just going to do it in case anyone new. And what we're looking at here is perps market. Okay, so degenerate perps traders at the top, spot market, open interest, and I've just got liquidations on here now for reference. I'm just going to tag that there. And if you're unfamiliar with this, go and check out my video called Liquidity King. But risk on. Confluence of the lows, yeah, and look at how good this was last summer. Okay, and then I'm going to show you something else in a second. I'm going to draw a bars pattern for you and give you a fractal. Yes, I'm going to get a crystal ball out and draw you a fractal. But we've not quite had this on perps yet, have we? Okay, so now let me just, and then I'll come back in a second. So different parameters, different kind of market structure here. So I'm now going to pull that down to there. Okay, these low points here, yeah? These low points here. So 1 billion. Let me put another line at the top where it gets a little bit fruity. So what we can see is open interest, absolutely giganuked. Spot markets, absolutely giganuked. Everyone's sold. We need to gather some more bid. Of interest, perp market is not quite there yet. Okay, perp market is not quite there, despite the fact we've had some of the biggest liquidations since SBF robbed us all. So interesting. If perps came down and similar to this area here or here, this was a squeeze, then that would be mega. Sell your grandma, sell your house, sell your cat, get rid of your wife. We're going to party, you know, but it's kind of diddling in the middle. So interesting. I'd be interested to see if that holds or what happens there. So yeah, do we need to flush bore any more of the market after this move? Yeah, denial in the market, maybe. Denial. Yeah, maybe, you know, and then if we come back to this level here, I mean, just look left, which is your 50, 51k, which is where we're seeing our biggest order blocks. That might just give us it, you know, that might just give us that perp. So keep an eye on this 4 hour and day. Let me just go to a daily for reference. You'll see how much the perp market is up here. Okay, so really nice flush. Let me just adjust this for a daily chart. So you could say really nice flush on spot. Open interest giganuked. Daily is better for marking swing trades. I've always said this. If you look at the nuke in open interest here, okay, just before we ran up last summer, here, big deviation, run it up. Here, 10th of November 22, really beautiful. That was your lows along with spot, along with perps, really good. So swing trading, go to a daily, but I just want to point out the 4 hour. Okay, so what I want to do is, so yeah, does it need to come back a little bit? Does it still need to come back a little bit? I just want to point out, who did I get it off? It was on Twitter. I can't really remember who it was, But just wanted to point out this, if anyone didn't see it in the Discord, I'm not a crystal ball clairvoyant fractal trader, but I thought it was quite nice, and it just basically represents the kind of price action you can get in the summer. Look at these drops: chop, drop, chop, grind up, and then go. Yeah, just something I wanted to point out in comparison to where, and it's obviously a very different market at the minute, post ETF and all that shizzle, and even a very different structure. But yeah, I could certainly see, you know, I mean, I'm stretching things here, right? But you know what I'm getting at, don't you? Do we chop here? You know, put in some more lows, dive down, put in some more lows, attack that 50k, hammer the demand, 50k, 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 48 spike, back up, and then grind. You know, something like that. I just want to point that out. I thought it was pretty nice. I'm not a clairvoyant fractal trader though, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, so liquidity chart getting there. Just didn't particularly like where this was going yesterday with this move up. Right. So with that being said, let me just go and have a look at this on the 1 hour, see what's going on. Yeah, we're certainly getting there, aren't we? We're certainly getting there. Open interest, good nuke, open interest at the bottom here. I do like this on a 1 hour chart. The only, again, missing piece of the recipe is funding, isn't it? Funding. So funding is kind of rhyming with your perps liquidity there, isn't it? I would prefer to see after this drop some really, really negative funding, and we've just not quite seen that, have we? Quite high volume selling there into these lows. Bid depth, good. We know it's $1 billion bid depth, but not quite as good as we had back there at 56, 57k. All right, so interesting times ahead. I think if you're looking for value, you are certainly in that zone. Swap saying, what's up, Swap? Break even 45k to 17. Was there break even for having? Was it? Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Right. Altcoins. I'm not going to look at too many, and I haven't even looked at alts in. God, I mean, I know we look at them on the live together, but I've actually not looked at many in weeks. ETH is filling good spot demand. It's actually fucking hell. If I go to and show you ETH on a 4 hour time frame, it's back at its old range pre-ETF, which is what these two lines are here. LTC, what are you? Are you sadist? Why are you trading LTC? You like it when I see someone put in the comments, oh, look at BCH. Why the fuck would we trade BCH? You know, XRP. LTC, yeah, we'll go and have a look at it. I used to look at LTC all the time when it was a bit of a barometer for the market, but not so much anymore. Quick check of Vitalik's coin then. He needs to post some dick pics real quick, doesn't he? Otherwise, this thing's fucking going to nuke again. Right, ETH BTC in good bid, right? So ETH BTC, okay, so I could very much see ETH holding this kind of zone. It looks really, really good. I'm not going to flick through all of them. Let's just go through it quickly. ETH BTC on Bitstamp, gigabid, okay, really, really bid. Nothing to see on Coinbase, but yeah, nicely bid on the Binance, probably your biggest market, to be honest. Perps market on ETH, getting rinsed. Again, we did look at this on the live session in Discord. Similar to BTC, you do not want to see that if you're thinking price is going to float up. Similar to BTC, getting good bid. But does it take a little bit of time? I just want to show you this on a fucking, you probably all know anyway, but let's just have a look at ETH on a 4 hour. Look at this, just quickly. It's decimated back to its old range lows, these old 4 hour range lows. Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. Not looking good, bruv. Saying that, I think we do get a bounce. I would hate to say, I don't want to say it's not looking good, bruv, as we are sitting in what is potentially good demand zones. I would never say that. This is your Where am I going? ETH, this is your area to say it's not looking good, bruv. All right, so Monday, Tuesday was the area to say it's not looking good, bruv. Here is the area to sit up, pay attention, get some spot risk on. DYOR, do your own research, and then we'll review. Quick look at Sol, Soy Boy Sol, because it has deviated below a lot of the levels that I wanted to hold. I wanted it to hold the 140 level, 135 max, which is this line here. It's deviating below. I'm still okay with it, to be honest, but as I said on Sol, I didn't really want it to mention this on the video. Let me go to the old trading view. I mentioned this on the video. I didn't really want, and then actually, while I'm here, we'll have a look at ETH BTC as well. But this is exactly what I didn't want to happen. Mentioned on the video the other day. Basically, this was a nice deviation like this. You bid this, comes back up, find its trend. I think I even said in the Telegram chat stupidly when someone posted about Sol, I said up only. Absolute. You should. Whenever someone shows you a P&L or you find yourself saying up only, take your position off or take profit and manage your risk, because then this happens. But yeah, like on the video I said, beginning of the week, I said nice deviation. I want to see it hold the trend. What I didn't want to see was this is a classic TA dump off a trend line, isn't it? So yeah, Sol has a lot of work to do to get back up. Just want to see what ETH BTC is doing in here on the daily chart just while I'm here, and then we'll flick back to the order flow. Ranging and catching bid. So could see ETH BTC back at this order block at the 0.051. That would certainly fill those ETH BTC bids on the Binance order flow, wouldn't it? So quite happy with ETH BTC, to be honest. I think it's looking okay. All right, so yeah, back to, let's flip back to the order flow. Yeah, so Sol smashed down. I don't know if there was much selling at the top there. Yeah, it kind of just followed BTC and ETH, to be honest, didn't it? But coming back in spot bid, but it's got a lot of work to do. It needs to get right back up to this 140 level pretty sharpish to reclaim that trend. And then it'll kind of look like an ultimate scam, double deviation sort of thing. We'll see what we get. Right. Serkan is fully 99% portfolio invested in LTC. He must know something we don't. So let's go and have a look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit far away from that order block, isn't it? That 55 level is kind of what you would want. LTC and BCH. BCH as well, yeah. Fucking hell. I'm going to have to go and take a look at BCH, aren't I? If anyone's new to this stream and they see us watching LTC and BCH, right, instead of looking at monkey, dog and cat coins, they're just going to turn off, aren't they? So let's have a look at LTC. Look, it's done exactly. If you look at the demand, it's filling this demand on lower time frames, 15-minute charts. It's filling demand. I'm not going to go to a higher time frame because I don't really care what it's doing, unless you want me to. But it's filling demand. The trouble is here on some of these alts, and this is why I'm not bothered for looking at alts. You risk here at the minute. If you're playing the books, your risk here is 5%, because I would be looking at this order block here, okay, at that 55 level, and even that is a bit of a round number. What is Perp showing us any edge? No, it's kind of filling all the way, isn't it? Higher time frame. Yeah, you do right. Yeah, good on you. But yeah, I mean, I think we get some bounces today over the weekend all round, to be honest. And then I would be of the frame of mind of seeing what happens next week now. You know, I'm not prepared to day trade this kind of price action, to be honest. In and out, you know, you probably do get some bounces here. I would call them more liquidation bounces. You know, I mentioned in the let me just quickly look at what is BCH doing. God, do I even have it? I do that. Yeah, okay. No edge really. I don't have any edge on BCH at all. I never look at it. I don't even know why I have it in my charts, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the other day, when we were chatting about BTC, I was thinking, look, it could put in a low here. It could put in a low around here. Maybe it goes lower to some of your guys' targets, certainly. Hammer on the door of 50k or whatever. But I think for the patient, especially if you're wanting to apply leverage, for the patient, which you should be anyway, it could put in a low here soon. You could get a bounce just up to your classic tier levels there. Okay, but it could get a bounce, chop this zone, put in another low, okay, and then if you come back down again, that's where I would be looking for the full recipe of, okay, do we now have the bullish divergences, okay? So do we now have bullish divergences as this is putting in those lows, while open interest funding and everything stays neutral because everybody's just absolutely washed out the market in the summer months while the New York boys are playing in the Hamptons, you know? That's the kind of thing I would look for to apply leverage. Not right here, right now. I would let this price action play out a little bit, to be honest. Does whiff? Do you know the whiff chart's been good actually? Yeah, let's go and grab some attention. Yeah. It was actually quite big when we last looked at it from the BT. Oh, that's messy, isn't it? God, it's been. I mean, it hit that supply zone, didn't it? Came down. I don't know what's the higher time frame look like. Double bottom. Stop spending our rent money. It's going lower. No, it's a double bottom. Yeah, it's catching. There's no edge. I certainly don't like that shape, but can you expect price action shapes from these altcoins? Maybe not. It's certainly filled some bid on the way down here, so people are prepared to bid spot. But again, there's not a lot of edge for straightforward entry right here, right now. I'll have a look at Pepe as well, because Pepe has had nice charts this week actually, but it has decimated its bid. Yeah, Pepe very similar. It's like they've filled all the bid here from yesterday's Europeans and US guys, and then the Asian session's gone, oh, you want to fill some bid, do you? Right, we're going lower. So really stretched that demand zone out. But then on a lot of altcoins right here, right now, although yes, they're probably going to bounce, in the order books, there's no major edge. Yeah, it has. So Pepe's filled some nice bid too. What does Bonky Bonk look like? Peps trades are still trading it, aren't they? Bybit are actually trading Bonk a little bit as well. And actually, when I did, going off topic slightly, but even when I looked at some of the meme coins on the Dex Trader first thing this morning, their charts are still 90% better than most of these tech alts, these absolute shockingly shit tech alts and L1s. Some of the meme coins still look, the charts still look great. BNB, big bid. Everything's kind of deviating and really stretching these demand zones, basically, aren't they? Yeah, everything very similar. What else do we need to look at? I'm not going to look at too many alts, to be honest, because they are just shocking, but shout if you need me to. Let's have a look at some of this. So yeah, RNDR. This is almost, this has smashed this level, hasn't it? I didn't see whether that got pulled or actually filled. But when you're looking at the alts, this is kind of what you want to see, really. But you want to see this, ignoring this has happened now because the whole market went down. So, think about the bigger context of what the wider market is doing. But this is what you want to see now, really. You want these dynamic bids to now step in and go, right, that's enough, Germans and Mt. Gox and whoever else. Probably Mt. Gox aren't selling yet anyway, are they? Snake oil salesman Justin Sun needs to step in, doesn't he? And buy the Mt. Gox treasury as well as the German treasury. But I don't think he'd be able to afford the Mt. Gox. I'm not sure what it's for, actually. But anyway, I'm ranting on. Yeah, you need to see these dynamic bids come in now on some of these alts and step in front of the market and say, yes, we are happy with these lows. Thank you very much for these cheaper prices. We now want to bid this up. So you want to see this continued bid up. I was watching TIA for most of this year, and it's absolutely done shocking, hasn't it? I thought TIA was going to be a good asset for the play for the next year or so. Maybe it is, but the chart has been absolutely shocking. What is the Illuminati coin doing? Oh, look, it's still in its range from 40 cents to 50 cents. XRP Army will be happy. I don't know if we pointed this out on Tuesday's live stream, but the top levels and order blocks are really good on XRP. If you were looking for a short hedge, this is absolute bread and butter trading for us in the TRDR console. Top level, 2% risk. 2% risk. Let price stop you out. Even if you got out at this top level here, 7% trade on your portfolio. Thank you very much. And it did go lower if you were to hold it. Alts look scary. They do, but isn't that often when you want to step in and apply a little bit of risk? And again, I do need to stress, I'm not talking about leverage. But, like I said to one of the guys in Discord earlier and yesterday, everyone's in here because you believe in crypto. Maybe you're not. Maybe you hate crypto and you short it at every opportunity. Some people are like that. You like to see others fail. Maybe you're that way inclined. But we're all in here because we like the markets, and I would like to think we believe it's still up only for the coming years, however long that takes, yeah? So, there's two ways you can see this. You can get really pissed off. I mean, I obviously hope no one's... Nice bounce, Bitcoin, thank you. I hope no one's lost any money or anything. I hope everyone's still managing risk well and doing okay. But there's two ways you can play this. You can either be really pissed off and upset this morning. As I say, I hope no one's lost any money. Or you can see this as a good opportunity. German treasury selling Bitcoin for euros, paper handing Bitcoin at these prices when we are believers that we're going up for the next however many years. Well, let's take that Bitcoin off their hands. If you guys have got some capital free and you are a believer in the longer term, like Sirkin is obviously, then you want to step in here, whatever your capital is, even if it's a low amount, if it's a big amount, you want to step in here with conviction and say, fuck you, right, I'll take your Bitcoin off your hands then, however much it is. And I know we're not directly fucking dealing with the Germans and Mt. Gox and all that business, but you know what I mean, you know what I'm getting in. Right, you want to sell at this level, fuck you, I'll take a bit of Bitcoin off your hands then, That's the way you want to be seeing it, if you're a believer in the long term, which I personally am, to be honest, okay? So I am not day trading this in and out, I do have to say, I'm not day trading this in and out because it's just messy. Said to the guys the other day on the live, I said, yeah, I'm not up for really hedging any more shorts down here. I'd rather chill out and just wait for lower if we get it. Here we are, here we are. So all looking. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Have we got any green markets today? Why is ENS... it's because it's had a big bounce. I was going to say, what other green markets are we looking at? Right, give us a shout if there's anything else we need to look at today. Anything I've missed? Rune. I do like a little bit of Rune. What's Rune doing? Yeah, Rune will bounce well, I do believe. SHIB Army. I don't think SHIB will do anything spectacular, to be honest, in the coming years. At all. I think the other memes will take over it. Anything else I need to look at? Looked at WIF, didn't we? Did we look at WIF? The hat is staying on, but someone is selling into it right here, right now. Double bottom. Use your rent money. Double bottom. It's not really, that's not financial advice. Do your own research. Why is Zen bouncing so hard? Fucking hell, that's a hell of a trend, isn't it? Zen? Okay, what's going on with that? Have we got some rotations still going on from XMR and stuff? I know Monero got taken off exchanges a while ago, didn't it? Are we bouncing Bitcoin? We are bouncing. Nice to see it. You love to see it, don't you? You love to see it. Cheers, Swap. See you soon, mate. ETH and Bonk. Yeah, I mean, this is... I'll tell you right now. So this is the kind of price action level where suddenly ETH ETF gets approved, flows start coming in. With that, BTC flows start again. BlackRock will probably come out and say, yep, we want a Solana ETF as well. So that'll kick off. And then these big deviations into these levels is probably the zone where some nation state comes out and says, oh yeah, we hold X amount percentage of our bankroll in BTC and we have done for a number of years and we're loading up here as well. Thank you very much. It's that kind of big fat nuke where everyone hates each other, hates themselves. We know we're coming into demand zones, $1 billion aggregated demand zones. And then all you need is a catalyst, you know? That catalyst, maybe it's next week, but yeah, I could see ETFs getting approved. Solana ETF getting more traction. I don't think that'll maybe happen until next year now, will it, if anything? But then, yeah, I could see like some nation state coming out and saying, yeah, we've got, you know, it's on our treasury books, and then everything will just start flying again. Maybe. But bear in mind, it's the summer months, and we are still in a pretty low volume state at the minute, all right? So, yeah, yesterday, really low volume state. No major edging volume at all to play off, to be honest. So here we are. What is BT Dominance doing at the minute? Rising. So BTC rising, just coming down a little bit now, so maybe alts can get a little bit. You might get, if you are day trading, you might get a bit of a bigger bounce if you are seeing any edge in anything. Again, I've not been through the full books, to be honest. There was one I missed and I just wanted to go and have a look at, but I can't remember what it was. It was another... No, it wasn't meme. I can't remember anyway. I digress. But yeah, nice bounce on Bitcoin. Keep us up to date if there's anything going on the Twitter timeline. ETH having a nice bounce as well. But again, all you need to do is look left. I mean, just have a look at what it's going to do at these levels up here. Just classic tier. Look left at the levels above you. Same with Bitcoin, really. It's got a step by step. I mean, it's got to attack 56, 57k first. So you could get a nice bounce here and then chop down again. Nice and simple. Keep it nice and simple. BTC took support on 4-hour trend line and heavy market buys. Yeah, I mean, what did I have on the old liquidity chart? It was on the, I can't remember, yeah, 4-hour. And I think it was the daily, actually. Was it the daily? There is some sort of daily trend line going on. I never really play these, but I always like to have them in mind because I know other degenerate traders do also. Oh no, it was from way back. It's from the lows, isn't it? Same with moving averages, all the crystal ball stuff. I like to have it in mind. Yeah, there you go. Deviation last summer. Chop down, back up, reclaim and go. Yeah, when we're kind of here now on big demand. So yeah, grind this area, and we'll see what we will soon see. I think I'll get rid of that. I think I've got that marked on the old trading view chart as well. But yeah, nice bounce from big demand. Nice bounce from big demand. Nothing wrong with spot buys here whatsoever. Have I covered everything? Yeah, so we'll see. Germany's flows haven't stopped. I think they've still got a little bit. I don't even think it's that big, to be honest. There's certainly some whales out there that could take it off their hands in one clip. Yeah, I mentioned Justin Sun, that snake oil salesman. He could just buy it off them in one clip. And certainly other whales out there that have got a lot more money than what he has. Mt. Gox continued FUD over the summer. I think unless you're really, really, really desperate for money, if you were to get your Mt. Gox payout, I'm not sure if it's... Oh, I'm not going to go into this. I'm not going to delve into it because I'm no expert. Fuck it. Right, drop any questions if you've got any questions. And then we'll close out so we can go and enjoy our day and the rest of the Euro Championships. England playing tomorrow night, 5 p.m. on a Saturday. What could possibly go wrong when everybody's been drinking all day long in the sun in the UK, and then we've got an England game coming up? What could absolutely possibly go wrong? But yeah, keep an eye on Bitcoin. It's in demand zone, lower the leverage. I think we're good for some spot risk at the very least. Bounces today, I would think. Grind this area out. Don't forget it's summer, low volume price action. Have a look at what happened last summer with the quick deviations down that we had. Yeah, middle of July-ish. I've been looking at that kind of time frame for a while. Obviously had some volatility this week. Yeah, I think we're still up for a good year. Q3, Q4. I do. I don't think it's bear market despite this breakdown. Let's all get our meditation on and start praying to the crypto gods. I say that, but we don't really need to because we've got all the data in the TRDR console, haven't we? All right, guys. So if you've just joined and you missed the very beginning, I will timestamp this afterwards, but go grab a link from below for a free trial of the console and join the Telegram and Discord socials as well. Nice and active in the Discord trading social yesterday, so nice to see that. We're all chatting about what we think's going on. Couple of guys in the Discord absolutely spot on with their calls. Rude Soup, who's in the chat now, really spot on with his call, looking for a little bit lower, 56. And 1313 in the Discord as well, being a very cautious trader, and it's paying off because he'll be getting cheaper prices as we go. So yeah, right, I hope everyone has a brilliant Friday. I'll be around in the socials chat a little bit, and then we'll be back next Tuesday, probably do a Discord live next Tuesday, and let's review what's happening. Have we got a bit more data? Have we built some bullish divergences? Have we held on to this $1 billion bid? And we'll go from there. All right, guys. Have a great Friday. Enjoy the Euros if you're watching them, and we'll catch you all next week. Cheers, guys.